Good evening, my beautiful butterfly. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll keep this pretty short. Well, at least I'll make an attempt. You know how I am. I announce a short voicemail and then manage to blabber an hour's will end. I honestly don't even know why I even try to call at this hour. I know you're usually asleep by now, but I thought there might be a chance you'd still be up. Like when you had that horrible insomnia for weeks on end a while back. I'm not gonna lie, I was so worried about you back then, and even still I can't help but wonder whether something's keeping you up at night again. I'd hate for you to have to go through your day-to-day life feeling fatigued and, well, lifeless, I guess. I know how hard things have been on you recently, and I know it doesn't just get easier. We get used to the pressure on some level, but perhaps that doesn't make it any less draining. Of course, life is constantly ebbing and flowing, times of stress alternating with slightly calmer periods, but even so, the calm doesn't necessarily bring along peace. Sometimes it feels more like the calm before the storm, a final grace period to gather your strength before your energy is ripped out from beneath your hands once again by forces beyond your control. The job, family problems, money troubles, everyday chores, simply existing. Everything seems to want a part of you these days, and it's hard to find a moment that's truly yours to enjoy, to recover, recharge, to simply be. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not leaving this voicemail to drag you down even more with my negative thoughts. Quite the opposite, actually. I want to check up on you, see whether you're okay. I'm not quite sure why this came up tonight, especially so late, but I somehow want that feeling like you could use some company, some comforting words, someone who understands how hard it is to be human. Sometimes. Or maybe it's actually me who's looking for some comfort. After all, you're probably sound asleep right now, and I'm the one worrying about semi-existential questions. Even so, it doesn't hurt to share these thoughts, does it? I know you would agree. And perhaps they can be of use to you in the morning or when you decide to listen to this message. What I originally intended to tell you, what I felt from the bottom of my heart you needed to hear out of my mouth, is this. I love you. I love you more than you could ever begin to imagine, and no matter how hard my life, your life may become, I'll always be there for you. Any day, any hour, whatever state the world may be in, whether everything is falling apart around you, whether the walls are closing in, whether your last light is close to extinguishing, and everything is starting to become too much, or whether you've found a moment of respite that you want to share with me, I'll always be there. Physically, if I can, virtually, if all else fails. You're without a doubt the most important person in my life, and I'd do anything to make your life just a little bit easier. If work's too much, I'll try to help where I can. If chores overwhelm I'll take them off your shoulders. And if something's bothering you, I'll listen to you and hold your hand, dry your tears, and hold you so, so tightly until all the problems of this world seem not so severe anymore. because you mean the world to me. And no job, no chore, and no one else is important enough to sacrifice your mental health over. So, if you feel like you ever need a friend, a partner, a helper, an open ear, a shoulder to cry on, I'm available. All you need to do is ring, and I'll be there. Promised.